Welcome, friends. Let's continue our journey. Introduction to the Indo-Tibet Boundary Issue. Chapter 3 Part 2. The Indo-Tibet boundary, stretching from the icy peaks of the Karakorams to the Lohit River, has been a source of conflict for centuries. Its vast, rugged terrain and lack of clear demarcation set the stage for one of the most complex border disputes in modern history. First, we will discuss with historical context and traditional demarcation. Unlike modern borders, the Indo-Tibet boundary wasn't defined by geographic lines, but by the needs of its people. Tibetans grazed yaks in the high plateaus, while Bhutanese harvested bamboo at lower altitudes. Tibet itself was vast, nearly as large as modern India, but sparsely populated, isolated by its high altitude and harsh terrain. This isolation kept it safe from Mongol invasions, but left its borders vague and fluid. Next, we will discuss with modern mapping and rising tensions. Dosto, the 20th century brought modern mapping, attempting to draw precise borders. But Tibet's vague definition and fluid governance complicated matters. The British pushed into tribal belts south of Tibet, while China probed westward. After China annexed Tibet in 1951, it claimed areas Tibetans themselves didn't consider theirs, like Aksai Chin. The only serious attempt to define the border was the 1914 Simla Convention. But disagreements between the British, Tibetans, and Chinese left it mired in controversy. Moving on, let's shift our focus on the western sector and Aksai Chin. Dosto, the western sector, from Karakoram Pass to Changchenmo Valley, is the heart of the dispute. India claims Aksai Chin, a 38,000 square kilometer barren desert south of the Kunlun Mountains, as part of Ladakh. Historically, Aksai Chin was tied to Ladakh until Kashmir annexed it in the 19th century. The 1842 treaty between Ladakh and Tibet promised no transgression beyond old established frontiers. But what were those frontiers? In 1865, British surveyor William Johnson included Aksai Chin in Kashmir. But by 1892, China placed boundary markers at Karakoram Pass, claiming the region. Today, China controls most of Aksai Chin, despite India's claims. Lastly, we will discuss historical conflicts and treaties. Dosto, in 1841, Dogra General Zorawar Singh invaded Tibet, reaching Mansarovar Lake before harsh winters and Tibetan resistance crushed his army at Tsayul. Zorawar died, but the Dogras later defeated the Tibetans at Chushul. The 1842 treaty ended hostilities, reaffirming traditional boundaries. Yet, its vague wording left room for disputes, as both sides interpreted old established frontiers differently. The Indo-Tibet boundary dispute, especially in Aksai Chin, remains unresolved, rooted in centuries of vague treaties and competing claims. As India and China continue to assert their rights, the rugged Himalayas stand as a silent witness to a complex historical legacy. If you're liking this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. For PDF, please contact the number given in the video.